Hi there, my name's John Stevens, pastor of Zion Lutheran Church in Oregon City, Oregon, and we're part of the ELCA, and welcome to Dollar Store Children's Sermons, where we take a look at the lectionary text and we tie him to an item from the Dollar Tree. This is for the narrative lectionary. We're on the fourth Sunday of Advent, and the gospel, or the reading, is from Matthew, the first chapter. And it's the promise to Joseph. It's the angel coming to Joseph in a dream. It's the Mary's going to have a baby and call him Jesus, and here is the promise and the guarantee of that. And when I say guarantee, I want to talk about how when God makes a promise, God comes through on the promise. There's a guarantee that God's promise is good and faithful and grace-filled. So the item that I'm looking at using is something that has a guarantee on it. It could be you have and that guarantee can look differently. It can look different. It can look different for different things. One is that when you buy a package of buttons, it says there's 30 buttons in here. Or, and so the idea that it's like when you get this, you know there's going to be at least 30 buttons. That's a kind of a guarantee. In bicycle cards, when you open up the cards on the Ace of Spades, there's a guarantee, or on one of the Jokers, there's a guarantee. It's a guarantee card that this deck is guaranteed from, or promised to be free from defects. And now the guarantee is basically that if it has a defect, they're going to replace it. God's promise is greater than that. God's promise comes through, and God's promise it's like takes our guarantee and expands on it, but takes our guarantee and it makes our guarantees look ridiculous, because God's promise is secure and good, and we can rely on that. And so I'm looking at the ways we make promises, and then how God takes that and just expands upon it. And I say expands, I'm struggling with that word, because it's greater than, we make our promises and we break our promises. God doesn't. God's guarantee, God's promise to Joseph, God's promise to Mary, God's promise to the human race, God's promise to the world and all of creation is restoration, and that will come. So, that's the direction I'm going. I'm hoping this can be a springboard for your own thinking as you look at your children's sermon for this coming week. If it's this week's your children's pageant, because a lot of times the Christmas program will be on this Sunday. If it is, may you have a chance to sit back and hear the story for yourself, and that you hear of God's promise coming to us in the Christ child. So, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have a fantastic Christmas and a wonderful week.